Hey guys, it's Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Wood Tramp Outdoors. We've got another battle box for you here, mission number 87 from May of 2022. Hang tight, I'll be right back. All right guys, welcome back. Man, this is the fourth time I've tried to actually do this review for you. We've had some changes. We're changing our studio location and we don't have that all the way lined out yet. And we've been out a couple times, and the last time that we were out at this location, this is base camp for us here. The winds were 40 miles an hour, and it was one of those occasions where I was by myself. And well, I couldn't do the review because everything was going all over the place. So, but I'm here now and we got it going on, and I think you'll be as excited as we are when you get to see this stuff, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about a little house cleaning here in regards to how BattlBox works for those of you that are brand new. And I know we got some new ones out there. Brent and Dale, thanks for letting us know that you were going to be checking out this video here, and you're going to base your decision on getting into BattlBox on what we have to say here. So I'm under a little pressure, I think, but not really me. BattlBox is, but this is how it works. There are 4 tiers with BattlBox. There is the basic box, which you get in at $29.99 for. Then the advanced box, which is $59.99. Then the Pro box, which is $109.99. And then the Pro Plus, which is also the knife of the month, which is $159.99. And you know, we have seen some pretty nice blades, some pretty cool steel in their Pro Plus boxes. You know, when I'm asked, what do I recommend? If you could afford the $159.99, you get everything that's in all these other boxes, plus that knife of the month. And they always double your money, and a lot of the times it's more than that, okay? So let's get on down to this. Mission number 87, I'm going to take off these cool ray shades and put on things that really matter, like these kind of glasses. And I know the video is going to be a little dark because I am up under a tarp right now. They say it's supposed to rain. So what's in this basic box this wonderful month of May? First of all, it is the Clean Freak Body Wipe 12 pack. This is this guy right here. They give it a value of $15. And what it basically is it's a wipe, and it's antibacterial, 100% biodegradable. It's an odor neutralizer. We don't know, you know, how much that works, but it says it's upwind approved, contains aloe, and there is no alcohol in it, which I like. It's really big. It's 11 by 11 inches. We've had one out, and I just wanted to show you this so you could see just how easy it is to use. You just pull it out, and then you see that it is every bit of 11 by 11, right? And this is all you do, man. I mean, no big deal. You know, you come out of the bush, you know, you've been out in your hunt, fishing, hiking, gathering, whatever, you know, you're all sweaty, and you come in, and yeah, you can use them on your face as well, you know, whatever you want to do. Wipe some of the funk off, and it leaves you feeling pretty refreshing, I'll be honest with you. As I said, you get a dozen of them in one of these packs, and they give it a $15 value, which I think when you compare it to other things that are like this in this category, that's a pretty good price, you know, which is not surprising. And what do you do with them after this? Well, I'll tell you what we decided to do is the last one we had, we hung it up on a tree, and let it dry out, and it became a fire starter for us by the next morning, you know. So don't throw these away, keep them. And if necessary, if you don't want to use it for that, you can always rehydrate it with some water. No, it's not going to get you as clean, but at least you've got a rag, because they are pretty tough. Can you rip them apart? Well, yeah, you can rip them apart, see, just like that. But why would you want to? You know, as I said, dry them out, use them for tinder, you know, so that is a great ad right there for 15. Second thing is, and this one kind of stoked me, there was a question mark in the beginning because we've seen stuff like this. We've had a lot of this type of tool sent to us. This one is made by Fox Edge, and it's an Arrowhead Set. And what it is a very compact utility set of arrowheads and a saw, which is cool. It comes in this little kit here that snaps shut. It has a hank of very heavy, this might even be emergency, I don't know, maybe not, you know, with the heavy line in the middle of it, the little steel thread in the middle of it. I don't think it is, but it's a very nice hank right there. But really the stars of the show for this one is these 3 arrowheads. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit as I'm pulling it out. I received some, and I don't want to tell you who they're from because I remember the 2 companies that sent them to us. They were very fragile and they actually flexed a little bit. You don't want your arrowheads flexing at all. And the other things that the shape of them made them very, very limited. Yeah, they were sharp, but they were not double-edged like these are. These are actually double-edged. You know, I'm hoping that we'll be able to get that other camera up in here and pull in the tight shot on this so you can see them. But these are double-edged arrowheads, 2 configurations that every Native American tribe that was indigenous to the United States had their own way of making and their own shapes of making an arrowhead. And I'm not an expert on who did what, where, and why. But I just know that when I was growing up in this area of the eastern woodlands in central Illinois, and you still find them everywhere, I never saw anything that looked like this that was Native American made. This I have. I've seen these many, many times, and I actually had a collection of them that I gave away to a very good friend of mine that was a pastor over in just outside. No. I'm not going to Abingdon. There you go. I nailed it down. Abingdon. It's been years since I've seen him, but he got my arrowhead collection because that was his like. But this is really, really cool because they're rigid. They are going to work, right? There are no instructions that I know of. I didn't see any instructions. Maybe there are some in here on how to lash these to a pole. There is some stuff in here. And there is nothing here, okay? But ask your friends, you know, if you're a part of a primitive group, or you have access to Facebook or YouTube, there's plenty of people out there that can teach you how to use these right. Now, the arrowheads are really cool, but this is a first for us. This has a working saw blade, right, that you can lash to a pole and use it for a saw, or you can use it in your hand. They've got these really nice finger tools here if you need to process some wood down, a little bit of wood, make you some steaks, or you want to cut up some game, you got to get through some sino, get through a joint somewhere. This will do that. And again, you're not going to bend these. You know, this is a really good ad, and it comes in this very secure pouch. You know, that's one of the other things that I worry about when I see this. One of the sets that was sent to us actually poked through and poked me in the hand, right? They've got this down. So this is a great ad here. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with this. Okay, and they give this a value of $22.99, so we'll call it $23. So that takes us up to $38, and you got to remember that remember that you got into this for only $29.99. You're up to $38. You know, now you're cooking with gas. And there's one more thing here in this particular box, and it is the model Flexibiner. When I first saw these, I thought it was another little gimmick thing. I changed my mind after I started doodling around with these, but they are a very soft but rugged rubber that has this molded, I don't know if it's aluminum, I don't know what this is, but it's some type of alloy. And what you can do is you can wrap this around anything and it is going to hold it in place, right? And if it doesn't happen to be long enough for you, I'm thinking there is a special way to be able to put, there it is, I figured that out. Somebody said something about wearing a bracelet. Man, you gotta be a little kid to wear that. I couldn't get that halfway around my wrist. But you can put it around, you can wrap cordage with it, you can attach things to your pack with it. If you are a motorcyclist like we are, you can put this on your saddlebag and attach things to your saddlebag. If you need a little bit extra length, they send you 2 of these, right? And all you got to do is just put them together like so. And when you do, then you got double the pleasure right there, and you went from that little tiny loop to what you got right there. Isn't that awesome? And they give us a value of $24, right? And so if that's 38, that's 58, that is $62, and you were in at $29.99. Again, you know, BattlBox has always given you that really great bang for the buck, you know, so that's a really good ad there. So that's your basic box, 3 items. Now, for your advanced box, something else came from Model, and it is the Model bottle with rinse mod. Now, that comes with a handbook, and by the way, getting this handbook out of the inside of here, there's a trick to it. You take off that lid, and you squeeze the bottle and reach in and just pull it out. But if you try to get it while it's like this, it was a chore until we figured out how to get that out of there. But the main part of this particular system, and this is a system, is the body, the bottle itself, and it comes with a stationary stagnant lid that does nothing except hold the liquid in or whatever is on the inside of here. And then the mods all come on this end, and this one happens to be the rinse mod. If you want to rinse your hands, you fill it with water, you put this on here, and then you just hang it and it'll come down. You can use it for a shower. When you're not using it, if you don't want it to drain out, then you hang it like this and it's not going to go anywhere. Now, what we thought was interesting, you know, why did they choose to send us the rinse mod when they have several other really cool mods to go with it? It says the Go mod, the Flow mod, the Rinse mod, which this is, the Pure and Go mod, the Pure and Flow mod, the Pure mod and Gravity. It can be used as a gathering device, and it can be used for a filtration device if you get these different mods. We didn't really go and check on how much each of those mods were. But it's something that we will check out, because we're getting ready to do filtration systems, and we got a couple really nice ones that you're going to want to see. You know, we got the new Grail that we're going to throw your way, and the MSR Guardian. Man, if you've never seen the Guardian, it'll blow your mind. I mean, literally blow your mind. I've seen guys take water out of the Ganges River. Yes, the Ganges in India, where people do all their business in there, and there's no way that you can drink that water. Well, with the Guardian, they did it. They didn't get sick. I mean, it's cool. So it's going to be great. So we're going to take a look at that mod with this, by the way, and put it in the mix. But they give this a value of $40, and it was right on the money, you know, so that's a good ad right there. If you're looking for a different way, you know, sometimes you're at your base camp, you want a way to wash your hands or take a quick little shower, you know, bird bath shower, that'll help you out right there. So with that, what would we say, $62 and $40, that's $102, and you're only in it for $59.99. I think that's really nice. Now, this has us stoked. It really does. I mean, to me, what you get in the Pro Box is the star of the show. And this is from DD Hammocks. It's the DD Tarp 3x3, and that's in meters. This company is from the UK. I think they're based in Scotland, as a matter of fact. But I've seen this tarp. I'm under it right now. That's what I'm under it, and I'll take you around and let you be able to see this thing. It is pretty stinking dope, you know. So it comes in this nice stuff sack, and you know, finally people are starting to get the revelation. Stop trying to get us to take 5 pounds of gear and put it in a 1 pound sack. I mean, it just doesn't work. So, you know, that was the first thing that we noticed is an oversized sack for what it is. It comes not only with the tarp itself, the 3x3 tarp, but it comes with 4 stakes. It comes with 4 guy lines that are adjustable. Has the thumb adjusters on there. But I need to tell you something about this tarp. Mosquitoes are coming out. You know, when you have a square tarp, 3x3 meters, that is just a skosh under 10 by 10. A meter is 3 by 3 foot, 3.37 inches, right? So you times that times 3 and you're right at 10 foot. So this is a pretty decent sized tarp. And when it's a square tarp like this, the things that you can do with it are, you know, your imagination is the only barrier. I know of at least 17 different configurations that you can use this from this simple lean-to with a porch to plow points, you know, for stormy, cold weather. You can even build yourself a tent if you have a trekking pole, or you can, you know, bushcraft yourself some tent poles. There's a lot of things you can do with a square tarp, but this just isn't a square tarp. What makes this so crazy good is that the amount of tie-outs that's on this thing. I believe there's 19 of them. Yep, 19 reinforced attachment points. And I'm going to walk you around and let you to be able to see this, because that is impressive. With that many attachment points, your configurations that you're able to do grow exponential, all right? Let me see here. Well, it comes in 2 different colors. We have got the Coyote Brown, I think, is what we have. It comes in an olive drab green also. But, you know, people always ask me, you know, what's the #1 shelter that I recommend when you're going out, you know, for 3 or 4 days? Well, for me, a tarp like this is perfect, because again, it doesn't matter what weather conditions are, you can configure this to keep yourself pretty comfortable at all times, you know. So with all that being said, we're going to take a walk around and we're going to take a look at that, okay? All right. So now that takes us on. Well, hold on, we didn't talk about money, did we? We were at a 102 and they give this a value of $74. So that takes us to 176, and you are in at 109.99. Okay, great values, great values. So let's move on to the Pro Plus box, and this is just crazy. This is crazy. All right, so I said that this was the star of the show, but man, if you got a co-star, I mean, here it is, right here. This comes from Raptor Razor. Some of you may remember, if you were members at that time, there was a Raptor Razor game processing kit that was sent. It was crazy. And we ended up donating that to, I believe we donated it to one of our veteran friends. Or at least not non-profit organization, all right? Let me say that, just in case I'm wrong. But this is the Filet Manu Kit. And first of all, it comes in this very nice clamshell molded case, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 different blade options, and it's for filleting, okay? Filleting is a big deal around these parts. You can't see it around here, but our part of the eastern woodlands is full of strip mining pits where they used to strip mine coal. They're very deep, you know, some of them over 100 feet. I've got one that is about I would say 100 yards from me, maybe 125 yards. It's 60 feet deep. Nice fishing, right? And the bass right now are starting to kill. Bluegills and crappies are getting up on the beds. We're going to be filleting some fish here. And this is not just a fillet knife, man. I mean, but this is a fillet knife, okay? So this comes with different components. The first one is this. This little black gnarly thing is actually a dual tool. First of all, you've got a screwdriver in here that has interchangeable tips, and you have got different tips here from, you know, putting a 1/4-inch socket on there or whatever you want. It's got flat head. It's got another Phillips head, and then it's got a star bit. I can't tell you what size that is, but it looks like about a T10, maybe something like that. You know, nice little tool. And the reason they give you that is because this handle It's machined aluminum. I gotta tell you, you read the article, at least we hope you did. Whoa, did you see that? You know what that was? That was a hummingbird that just buzzed me. All right, so now here are the blades. Get those out. Hummingbird scared me. We're gonna go with this one first. This is a long, thin fillet knife. And this is something that you could use for for larger fish and smaller fish whose fillet is not going to be real thick, so you don't want to ruin the meat. A lot of guys, when they get bluegills, they end up with a thin potato chip before they're done because their knife was made for processing a deer or something like that. Just ridiculous. But once you get this thing put together, it's rugged, man. That's one of the things that I always worry about with these modular knife systems, is that they're going to come apart on you when you're using it. This is not going to come apart. This is very, very rugged. And you talk about sharp, man, I'm not going to take a lot of hair off my arm here. I always donate the hair, and I don't want to. See that? That is very sharp. Now let me show you here. Can you see this here? I'm hoping both of these cameras can catch this. See how flexible that is? Very, very flexible. Being flexible is necessary when you're filleting. If you're a finesse flayer, man, that is super good. All right, now let's look at the second blade here. And this is what I was telling you, that this one here has got a little more beef to it. So if you're processing some bigger game, if you're wanting to go down the bone of a deer or whatever, this is the type of knife that you might use. Or if you've got yourself into a big game fish like a muskie or a northern pike that's going to have, not a real tall body, but they are going to be thick on the sides. Here's your guy right here. And then your next blade is a little bit shorter than this one here, but it also is a flex blade. And this might be the one that you want for bluegill, something like that, your crappie. I don't know, it's just your preference. You definitely wouldn't use this for that. And then the last blade that they have here is this saw blade. I've never had to saw fish, but as soon as I saw that, man, I'm thinking, man, that's almost like the rigid handle of a silky saw, or a buco saw or something like that, man. I mean, it's going to be rugged. It'll be able to. Now, we compared this, by the way, to the silky saw blades, the ones that usually just come with what you buy. You can get replacement blades, but the standard blade that comes with the silky saw is thinner than this, and so it'll flex. Now, just like the silky saw, it doesn't cut when you're pushing, it cuts on the way back, and I got to be careful. This sucker is very sharp, and it would take some hide off in just a heartbeat. It would cut. Man, my finger, it's sticking to my finger right there. Look at that. Yeah, great. What a great ad. Okay, now that isn't it. Okay, you got all these blades, you got 4 blades, you got the handles, you got the bits. But then looky here, man. I mean, you put this thing back together where your screwdriver was at, right? Then you take that handle apart on this end, and there's a gasket in there, and I'm thinking maybe you could put some matches down there, survival matches. And then, are you looking at this here? When was the last time that you saw a fillet knife kit that included a sharpening steel? Huh? Isn't that not dope? That is cool, right? And it all comes in this molded case, like I said. And when you think about it, look how big this is. Sits on my forearm. It's a little bit bigger than my forearm. Goes up from my forearm into the middle of my palm. But that's compact. You got 4 blades. You've got a steel. You've got these different attachments that all of them's on the inside of here. It's not going to rust on you. I don't think that you could ever break those unless you absolutely tried to, So, I mean, that is your battle box right there. Mission number 87. Pro Plus is the Raptor Razor Filet Manu Kit. They give this a value of $124. And where were we at? 176 before we added this. So that's 276, 296, $300, and you got into it for $159.99. You know, you can't beat BattlBox. That's all there is to it. Now, I do want to say this, that they have kept their word when they said that they were going to up their game. When I talked to my guy at BattlBox, he promised me that better days were coming. He's never lied to me. He's never misled me. He's never given me some BS information about anything. John Roman is a very, very stand-up guy, and BattlBox is very lucky to have a guy of his caliber at the helm. He kept his word. So thank you, John, very much. You know, I know the people that read the magazine and watch these videos. And by the way, I think we're going to have 2 new subscribers. You guys let me know if you're going to, if you do subscribe, whatever you do. So until next time, man, we appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the film. Looking forward to getting you back down in the new studio because we got a ton of stuff that we want to show you. We're getting ready to do another axe run. We've got some axes that's like, wow. We got a guy, he's an artist, and the kid is only 25 or 26 years old, but is he a craftsman? Man, you're going to enjoy that. And we got some trips that we're going to be sharing with you too, so hang tight and watch that. Like and share if you would, and if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and become a subscriber and tell you what happens. As soon as we receive that notification, we put you in our monthly database. Your name never comes out, it's perpetual. And we pull out names every month, 1 or 2 names, and we give away different kinds of gear. We just gave away some bush butter. Everybody's been asking for the bush butter. So it's back and it's there. So we appreciate it. Until next time, you guys ride free, you live free, and as always, you stay safe out there.